Testing. Are we live? I think we are. Welcome back to another live stream repair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that we still have to get through. We had a couple more show up today, so let's get started. I am gonna cherry pick here and grab a Mr. Mike's HomePod here, because I do know right off the top of my head what's wrong with it, and I think it'll be an interesting one for us to kick the stream off with. And here it is. So we're going to call this one a repair rescue because Mr. Mike here attempted to fix it up themselves, and I believe they broke the connector for the ribbon cable on the amplifier board off. So we're going to let them know that it's here. I'm sure they'll love to watch this. Okay. This should be pretty quick and easy. Oh, we've got a note in here too. Let's read that really quick and make sure we're not missing anything. Find the HomePod I tried to fix. I replaced the bad diode, however that doesn't seem to have fixed it. Additionally, I noticed the ribbon cable is starting to tear. Yeah, okay. Looks like they included their diode in there too, so we'll take a look at all this. We'll get it running again. Okay. So this in particular is the oh yeah. 100%. That is it, brother. So, boopity boop boop boop. Here's our display cable, and we can see that it's quite a fair bit torn up now. So, I do have a couple of these. We can replace that, no big problem. Let's go ahead and take this down the rest of the way. Okay, so actually did an absolutely excellent job on removing that ribbon cable, the main one for the logic board there. Very good job. So what I want to do is grab a bricked logic board and display here that we know at least powers on. Because I want to see if this is just a matter of a broken cable now, or if we've got some more work to do on the inside. But let's go ahead and just take a peek. Let's see if this even powers on. Oh, and also I'm using a bricked logic board because in the event there is something that catastrophically fails here, I don't want to fry a perfectly good logic board, be it my test one or their potentially still good one. Okay, still not seeing anything there, so we know that it's not just that display cable causing the problem. Let's go down a little more. Okay. If you have a gap like you see here, like that big, and it's not going away when you push down on it, then most likely what probably happened is this ring that this sits on top of, that the basket sits on top of, this ring, you can't just pop it back into your HomePod. You have to actually line your notch up with your ribbon cable, set it down, and then rotate it counterclockwise about 90, 100 degrees until it kind of like settles down a level, and then you can rotate it back clockwise, lined up with the ribbon cable. And what that's going to do is it's going to sit this ring lower in its correct position, so that way this basket here sits where it should, nice and flush. Okay. Actually did an excellent job. You did prying this basket up here as well. Let's get the subwoofer. Yeah, and you know you got that lower ring not incorrectly if the metal basket of the subwoofer sits above the plastic lip of the shell here. Just subtle little things you really only pick up if you've done a bunch of them, but enough of a difference to make it not sit the way it should. It still seals up, so it won't sound broken. It'll sound just fine. It'll just look a little funny. Okay, so watch this. I should, oh. No, it actually looks like they put that in there correctly. So what the heck? Is it in there correctly? Okay, that was weird. I believe that is now sitting the way that it should. I don't know how... How did you get that in there the first time? Huh. let's dig in. Actually, one thing I did forget to check here really quick is how much power this is drawing from the wall. Let's do that. We'll grab our bricked board again, just as a precaution. And it looks like we are pulling, it spikes for a second, then it drops down to 0. So, I'm a little suspicious of that component on the power supply there. So they've included the old diode that they replaced with, because they originally diagnosed a faulty diode. You know, that should be a straightforward repair. And yeah, it's got a date code of 1746K on it. I figured he got this down as far as figuring out that it's dead for sure, but we'll check. Yeah, for sure. So, their original diagnosis was correct. They did have a faulty diode to start. Now, why is it no longer still powering on after replacing it? Let's take a closer look at the amplifier. Hello, Felipe. Welcome to the stream. What kind of Wi-Fi issues are you having? I'm gonna replace that screw. It's a little too stripped for my comfort. What will we find? What's going to be inside? Take a sip before we get to it. So, let's get up close and take a look there at their work replacing this diode. So, let's see if I can get a better focus. Everything looks to be present. Nothing's missing. Nothing got dislodged. Nothing's touching anything that shouldn't. Our new diode here is a little crooked, but that's not gonna do nothing. And we do have a bridge on these two pins here at the top of the diode, but this will not cause any known problems. We've tested this, and these two pads are connected on the board and in the diode, so it does appear to be okay to do this. We'll go ahead and take this off and clean it up, but first I do want to try something else, and that's this power supply here. Let's take a closer look at this. And I was pointing at this chip here, and you can't read the lettering on it like you can. Yeah, that one, and that one. Even those are a little gone. So before we do anything else, I'm gonna go ahead and just try a different power supply with the amplifier board the way it is. When I restart HomePod, it doesn't show the animation, but sometimes after many tries, the HomePod works. Ooh, that does not sound very good. Unfortunately, that doesn't sound like something that we would be able to fix, because it seems like you would need a new logic board, which we don't have good logic boards to offer that sort of replacement. But it kind of seems to me like you might have an issue with the logic board on there. Of course, I'm assuming you've already tried to move the HomePod around the house closer to the Wi-Fi router to see if that improves anything. It could still be your Wi-Fi. Just because one other HomePod on the network works fine doesn't mean it still can't be your Wi-Fi. Highly unlikely. You're probably right. Your Wi-Fi is probably fine. But it would still behoove you to move the problem HomePod around. Perhaps even trade places. Swap the one that has problems with the one that works just fine. Swap their positions around and see if the problems stay with that HomePod or if it's an interference problem. I have personally experienced like something as stupid as like my Philips Hue bulb being like a foot away from my HomePod and it causing it to wig out and have Wi-Fi issues. But if the issue follows the HomePod wherever you put it, then chances are it is probably a dying logic board, which no bueno. And so is this amplifier board, still not happy. Okay. So it's not the power supply, the cables, the logic board, anything like that. It is definitely a problem with the amplifier. You tried it in another home with different Wi-Fi networks and it still had the same problem? Damn. Yeah, that's no good news, brother. I'm sorry. Short of taking it apart and putting a good logic board in it just to be sure. Of course, I'm guessing you've also tried. It sounds like you tried a factory reset because you said you can't configure it unless you try a lot. So I'm guessing you've already tried factory resetting it too. That would really be my last thing that I could suggest there. You've tried pretty much everything I could come up with, which I hate I hate giving bad news. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and let's see, just do a quick look over everything else on the board in case anything got messed up or broken off that nobody noticed. But it all looks pretty good to me. So, yeah, let's go ahead and redo that diode there. Interesting, we do still have a short on there. I unfortunately do have one myself that does the same thing, and it's been relegated to being used for parts now because I've not been able to figure out exactly what causes that particular issue with the Wi-Fi on these logic boards. I don't know if it's the Wi-Fi module. I've tried replacing them, and then again, I don't know if replacing the Wi-Fi module will, or if the replacement will work without some sort of software magic. Couldn't find any differences between a working logic board and a broken one in that regards either, poking around with a multimeter. Let's see if we still have a short. Yes, we do. Where could that be coming from? Do we have a dead step-down converter? Is that the issue here? I want to clean that pad up to see if there's any damage underneath. No, it looks great. What seems to be the problem, officer? I am not a crook. What seems to be the professor? It makes sense why they don't let you stereo pair them, the first and the second gens. I get it, but like for people that really don't care about that subtle difference in the sound between the two, they're gonna get more enjoyment out of the fact that they've got a stereo sound than dissatisfied by the fact it sounds slightly different. It's in you know, the placement of the HomePod's in a room that's not even symmetrical in the first place. Doesn't matter that much for the average user. I say let people stereo pair whatever they want. I say let people configure a multi-channel surround sound however they want, but Okay, so our replacement diode is fine. Okay, so we've got 3 pins there. That are Alright, we need to look up the data sheet of this. Let's see. So ground should really only be one pin. And we see many more. Come on. Okay, that might have been it. So we were previously seeing ground on this pin, and this one, and now we see it only on the pad that we expect it, right here. I'm not terribly confident. But let's find out. Hey, what's up? No, Kira's actually out right now, and I don't know how late she'll be out. She just took Chell out, so. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, that would be nice. Yeah. Yeah. And like, I mean, between, you know, airship and then my repair business, like, I'm not worried about their reaction to it or anything. Okay. Yeah, no, please, yeah, think about it, because I know it's a lot to think about and a lot, you know, for me to ask of you guys to even consider. So this won't be the hardest one you've done. Yeah. 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 Okay. Love you guys. Bye. I am quite puzzled. What the heck? What the hey? What the hootin'? What in what? What in what? How? See, that's the thing. We have the shorted diode. The diode was dead. The diode was dead. And then there's still a short. What is the problem? Nothing here looks bad either. Like we're all checking out here. Let me grab a good just to make sure we're not going crazy here. Okay, so we expect to see ground there. We expect to see ground there. But we do not expect to see that to there. Oh, wait. And we don't. Yeah. No, I think we're good. I think we're being goofballs. No more short. Let's put the diode back on there and see if that stays that way. Okay. I think we're good. What did we do? We didn't do anything. I think we just... I don't think it was the step-down converter. I think it was... probably... maybe that diode just wasn't connected very well. I heard good sounds. There we have it. I heard the happy squeals of little capacitors. And we've got a great looking offset. So let's find a display cable here. We'll be using that. Out with the old... Oh, that was broken in multiple places. Oh, out with that. In with this. Did we do it? Uh-oh. No, we didn't. Let's see if their display is dead, too. I didn't actually check their display here. So many failures on one single HomePod. didn't check their logic board either. Goodness, I hope we don't have to fix the logic board too. Now let's see. Anything wrong? Uh-huh. Mike, you were setting me up, aren't you? What is going on here? Okay. So, let's get this straight. Damaged display cable. Faulty... Okay, no, actually, let's start from what this originally had. Mike diagnosed this with a faulty Schottky diode. So the fact that the logic board is also dead at the same time, that is, mildly annoying, Apple. Why is your shit breaking so much? I feel like there shouldn't be these many failures floating around out there. Okay. Wow, I have never, out of all the HomePods we've fixed, I have never seen a dead logic board and a dead amplifier on the same HomePod. It's kind of blowing my mind right now. Oh, you know what? I wonder if the damaged display cable fried the logic board. I'm really hoping not here. I'm hoping we've just got that, which reminds me I need to charge my thermal camera. It's completely dead. That'll be a while. Shit. But maybe we'll get lucky and we'll find it the easy way. Nope, no easy way. Oh! I gotta show you this. Doodle-doo! That shouldn't be like that. Where has my component gone? Bruh. Well, that's cool. Oh, I found it. Nope, we got too close to the subwoofer. If this was the problem and this fixes it, then I'm going to have to take back technically what I said about multiple failures on the same HomePod and blah blah blah, Apple sucks and this and that. Don't get me wrong, they still kind of suck, but they don't suck quite exactly the way that we were complaining about earlier. And also that if this works, then this means that we've still, you know, what I was saying where I was like, I can't believe that there's more than one failure on this one HomePod as far as power. Well, we can continue to not believe it because it wouldn't be true. Is that on there? Okay. That is in there. Do we have a fully functioning set of parts again? Let's find out. Hey, look at that. Okay. So, in conclusion, I believe Mike originally had correctly diagnosed their HomePod as having a faulty Schottky diode on the amplifier, as many of these ones with no power do. And then along the repair, he must have broken off that little resistor that we just put back onto the logic board. And of course, without that, it's not going to turn on at all. And then also that damage to the display cable, that certainly wasn't helping anything. I think their amplifier was probably fine the entire time, and we probably didn't need to do any of that with the amplifier. That was probably working the whole time. I mean, after Mike replaced the Schottky diode. The amp would have been perfectly fine. And I do believe that the rest of their issues would have been just this missing resistor on the logic board and the torn display cable. So hopefully this is it, and we can move on to some other repairs here. Okay, this is it. This is gonna be it right here. There we go. We got him. We got him. I need another beer if we're gonna do any more repairs.
I'm having trouble connecting.
Yes.
I'm having trouble.
Yes. We did it. Okay, who do we have next? We've got I don't think I can say that name on the stream. Oh wait. No, we've got time to work on that one. Here we've got Matt. Let's find Matt's email. Death Farts. Hey, we've got nothing but interesting repairs on this stream here now today. Okay. Let's get their name up on the screen too, so people know what we're doing here. We've got Matt with some classic DC offset symptoms, which result in what most people would call death farts. This is pretty much when the filters on the amplifier fail to filter the DC voltage as the audio signal goes through the amp and into the sub speaker. This, when it gets bad enough, will force the amplifier to death fart and restart on you over and over. One of the characteristics of this problem in particular, we don't have to wait around for it to fart on us. That could take a few minutes. We just need to listen for how loud of a pop it gives us as it goes in and out of standby mode. A quieter popping is totally normal and to be expected for both first and second gen HomePods and other high power Class D audio amplifiers. But a louder popping can be an indicator of things going wrong. And that does sound like louder than what we want as far as popping. Let's take it apart and take a look. Ooh. Damn, I cut myself. Be right back. I hate this. Okay. First aid has been performed. We are sanitized and protected from future incidents. Let's proceed. Yeah, you gotta be careful doing this. This will slip right out and into your hand. Not a fun time. let's go ahead and check what our current DC offset is. I'm expecting to see at least a couple hundred millivolts and steadily growing. Especially with it being so bad that there are supposedly death farts. And that's the only thing that can trigger them. So we're just sanity checking here. And we're looking at the number in the bottom right hand corner of the screen in red there. More than 50 millivolts is enough for us to warrant replacing those filters, but we typically don't see problems until at least a couple hundred. Wow, 500 and quickly growing. So, I think we've seen enough here to know what needs to be done. Let's get to the amplifier and give this thing some new filters. And we're in. Let's flip it. Oh, I want to look at the Schottky diode first, see if we need to replace that. Nice. We've got a date code of 1742K on that diode, so it is good to keep. As for our 4 filters here, we're going to junk them. Give them some new ones. Okay. That is a really cool story, bro. There we go. No. You stay here. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. A plus. Let's test this out and see if it's good to go. That's what I'm talking about. That is an excellent offset. As close to 0 as you can get. Far below the previous 500 millivolts and growing. And well below the 50 millivolt target. So this is ready to put back together. Do you think I was gonna forget? Of course not. That's like one of the most important parts. And there we go. Beautiful.
Having trouble connecting to the internet.
No more severe popping.
I'm having trouble connecting.
Everything lights up and lines up. Again, no more severe popping. So all great signs pointing towards our death farts being fixed up. Of course, with no DC offset, as we confirmed before putting it back together, no death farts. So, this next one, let's see, this is a repeat customer. This is another one from Mike. And let's see. This one does not turn on. Okay. Let's check our symptoms with a known good power cable. Yep. 6 pixies from the wall. Nothing on the pod. That looks to be a normal shorted diode failure. Finally. Hopefully an easy one for our stream here. We started off with a absolute doozy from Mike, helping them with their own repair. Then we got some DC offset from, I think it was Matt. I'd say like 9 out of every 10 HomePods that show up are no power, and at least 9 out of 10 of those no power HomePods are this same diode that we always talk about. Give it. Give it. Give it. Finally. Up close and personal with our best friend, the Schottky diode. It has a date code that we commonly see failing, so we're just gonna go ahead and assume that's our problem here and replace it. Bonk. And power. With an excellent offset reading. So, let's put this back together. Oh, screw down. That's okay, we've got spares. Hey, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to another HomePod repair. As if we don't get enough of them. This one no longer has any issues. We did just fix it for the oh so common no power failure that at least 9 out of 10 of these HomePods come in for. And of 9 out of every 10 of those HomePods that come in for no power, like this one here, it had the same faulty diode on the amplifier. So we just gave it a new diode, and we're just about done with it and just about out of time for repairs today. You should have seen some of the repairs at the beginning of our live stream. That was quite a doozy. We had multiple things going on. Took us like an hour to figure it out. Yeah, but we got it working again. I like a good challenge. There it is again. Sharpie. The factory wrote an O on this logic board. I have no idea what it means. I've seen that a few times now. Haha, Mike! Boy, you gave us quite the challenge earlier. But we got it figured out. To summarize, it looks like everything you did on the amplifier, it looks like the amplifier was perfectly fine. You did an okay job there, and the amp should have been working just fine. We took the diode off and put it back on, but there were a number of other things wrong. Obviously the torn display cable was one thing, but on your logic board, even after we got all that other stuff sorted out, we still couldn't get it powering on, and it turns out when we looked closer, this little resistor here with the 0 on it had been broken off your logic board. I'm not even sure how, cause like that, those are pretty solid on there. But anyways, we got that reattached, and we got your whole HomePod nice and happy again. Yeah, if you want to watch, you're welcome to watch it from the beginning, but I think it took us like an hour, 15 minutes to figure the whole thing out. So, and we you want to watch me get frustrated, watch the whole thing. But it was a very fun challenge, and I would not expect majority of people to have figured it out. I was kind of losing hope myself there. But you correctly diagnosed the problem, and I think that you repaired it correctly. I'm not too sure because the two little pins on the top of the diode you had bridged together with a blob of solder. And I thought I had tested that in the past on stream, and that worked just fine. So it was a little confusing to me why. I don't know, there must have been something else, but again, all I did was remove and replace that diode on the amplifier, and that's what got it working again. It seemed like it was connected just fine. Oh no, I'm not. I don't even think I cursed. I think I didn't utter a single curse word until we actually finished yours and got on to Matt's HomePod, and we sliced our hand open getting the lid off. That was fun. To get rid of that solder bridge on the two little pins on the top of the diode, you can put a bunch of flux all over it and then just briefly tap the bridge with your soldering iron, a naked, clean soldering iron, and it should suck that bridge up while leaving enough solder behind to keep everything else still connected. Only takes a few seconds. And you end up with some cleaner looking joints too, with all that extra flux on there. No, I don't want to discourage you from trying this yourself and continuing to try these repairs yourself. This one's on the house. If you can, I'll get with you to get it shipped back to you, but we will call this one a learning experience for both of us. I mean, in the end, the only part that I had to put into it was a replacement display cable in my time. So, and really, I want people to feel comfortable and confident in at least attempting this sort of stuff. It doesn't matter if you're 18 or 80 years old. I'll support it. If it's your first time picking up an iron, or if you think you're an expert and you still goofed it up. At least here and now we're in a fortunate enough position where I don't need to necessarily worry about nickel and diming everybody that comes through our doors. Hey, we've got power. I mean, honestly, dude, though, like, at the end of the day, the everything else that I've seen from your work so far, you're doing a lot better than my first few times going into this. So I wouldn't be discouraged about it at all. This shit, as easy as I make it look, is fairly difficult. I do feel that most people can get it done, but that doesn't mean it's easy.
I'm having trouble
Maybe that's survivorship bias. I don't know. So, anyways, we do have this HomePod working, and that is actually all that we have time for, even though we've got 2 more still waiting. We'll see, maybe we can get some more time out of the wife later tonight to work on them. If not, then we'll knock them out tomorrow. And of course, I'm sure more will show up, and when they stop showing up, well, we've got other stuff planned. So if you guys are looking for more info doing your own HomePod repairs, looking for the common issues that we fix and how to do it, the tools we use, the parts we use, or reaching out to me or somebody else around the world doing the same thing here, check out the website nixfix.com, where I've got pretty much everything you'll be looking for. And if not, feel free to shoot me an email or leave a comment down below, and I'll get to you when I can. Hope you all enjoyed this live stream repair, and I'll catch you in the next one.